Hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail, and we're continuing here in DUNLUCE Castle, and we're at the Manor House, and I have a gentleman here who's going to tell us a wee bit about this place. What can you tell us about this then?
Right, DUNLUCE, my name's Mark. DUNLUCE was basically on the go roughly from about 1480 right the way through to 1650. There's two parts to it. There's an older part, which is a tower over the back here and a tower over the other side there.
Yes.
Usually the older parts of DUNLUCE. The manor house is predominantly 17th century, was occupied by Randall, MacDonald and Catherine Manners. That's what it was. Like the building itself, as you can see, the windows, where they're concerned, like what's known as Jacobean. That's what they are. They would have had glass in them, but it would have been in a stained glass format. That's what it was. This is basically really a house of luxury where these two were concerned. The pair of them were particularly rich. That's what they did. Money wasn't much option. At the end of the day, easiest way around it is to say, like, if you've got the money to put glass in windows like that, especially in the 17th century, you're obviously being ostentatious. That's what you are. This would have been a place where Randall would have met dignitaries. He would have also met many of his own people. Further into the castle, which we would also see in areas, the inner ward, that's generally where most of the work took place for people who were involved with the day-to-day running of the castle. What's known as furbishers, maybe. A furbisher would be somebody who looked after arms and armour.
Yes.
There may have probably been a blacksmith here. There is a bakery down the bottom there, and all kinds of bits and pieces like that. That's
and then the part of the kitchen fell into the sea in 1639.
If the truth is about the kitchen, everybody said that there's different stories about the kitchen. Some people say it was a kitchen. Some people say it was a two-storey dwelling belonging to Catherine Manners.
All right.
Conaroo Tim. Nobody's actually 100% sure. There is pictures, supposedly hand-painted pictures from the 18th and the late 19th century that shows there was more of the kitchen left than what there is there. Yes, there obviously was a building there. The oddity is, why was there a kitchen so far away? And why? Because at the end of the day, Randall had his own kitchen here.
Yes.
So some people say it may have been a building to do with the people that actually worked in the inner ward. Makes a little bit more sense because there wasn't much writ about it. The kitchen fell into the sea along with 8 people.
Yes.
On a routine, and that was the end of the matter as far as it was concerned. We'll just get 6 or 8 more people from DUNLUCE village. So there wasn't a big write-up about it, which seemed a bit strange considering the loss of life and the fact if it had been a kitchen, all the equipment that would have fell into the sea.
Yeah.
Now, some people say Catherine Manners left after that. She actually didn't leave here until, some people say she didn't leave here until about 1642, after Randall had been arrested by, I think it was General Monroe from Carrickfergus Castle for implication in the 1641 rebellion.
Oh, so it was actually I thought it was the Irish that actually captured.
No.
It was the...
No, Monroe arrested him.
Yes.
For supposedly, whether it's true or not, implication in the Tyrone rebellion. He went to Carrickfergus Castle. He escaped Carrickfergus Castle twice, did Randall. The second time, he then did a bunk to France and stayed there. He left his wife behind. Catherine was left here. She packed up the house. Mm-hmm. That's how come we know what was in the house, because of ship's manifests. They were put on a ship to Chester in England, and she went back to England for a while.
I noticed the massive big chimney behind you. Obviously, that's, correct me if I'm wrong, but because they had no central heating in those days. Am I right?
There's roughly about 18 chimneys in the whole of DUNLUCE.
Very good. Well, I think we better wrap this up because you're in a hurry to get somewhere. So thanks very much for your time. And what did you say your name was?
Enjoy your tour.
What did you say your name was again?
Mark.
Mark. Thanks very much, Mark. I'll remember that because I'm Mark myself.
Right. No
so
worries.
thank you.
Very much for coming.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and God bless.